Oh, oh my God, it took us forever because of my
And we're
silly
doing it.
self. Welcome. Oh yeah, we're here. We're here. It's all good. It's all good. So, welcome to Melanin and Manga. I am Sheena. She's a geek, as always. And today is Daddy Batman Day. Oh my God,
Daddy
I'm so grateful.
Render.
You
He's behind
love
me.
Daddy Batman here, right? And today I have one of my bestest buddies here. One of my friends that absolutely love Daddy Batman like me, and that is my friend Carrie.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. Daddy Batman Day.
Okay, so this has been a minute in the making. So me and Carrie we talk on and off all day, and I was like, I really want to do something, just talk about Batman, you know, and she came up with the idea of calling us bitches reading Batman. And I was like, hell yeah, girl, let's do it, you know. So hopefully this is a segment that we just keep on going, or it turns into something every once in a while. So
Thumbnail courtesy of Canva.
courtesy of Canva and Carrie, okay? So unfortunately my girl Inja couldn't be here, but she gave us her blessing. And yeah, so we're just here to talk some Batman goodness, right, Carrie?
Yes, I am so excited. We're going to be talking about Batman and um, Batman goodness.
Yeah. So first, let's talk about you, okay? Why don't you
Okay.
tell us about yourself? Let me see if I can hide without messing everything up. Okay. Are you big? Are
Okay.
you big?
So, what do you want to know about me? What should I
Anything.
talk about?
Uh, yeah, just tell us who you are.
All
Where,
right. My
anything you
name
want.
is Carrie. I'm the officially unofficial geek at this time, and I am an author, reviewer, and pop
Mm-hmm.
culture commentator here on YouTube. I
Right?
also have a new Substack, same name, officially unofficial geek,
Yeah.
and I'm on Instagram and all those things. And I love Batman.
Yes. Yes. So would you say that you're more of the big two? Would you say you're more of a DC girl? Or are you
Oh
a Marvel
yeah,
girl? Yeah.
more DC. Hmm.
Yeah. No doubt. And Carrie, she's very seasoned when it comes to comics. This isn't, her first rodeo. She knows a lot. Like, and it's gonna show here in a minute, okay? And I feel like I'm a DC girl too, but I'm like a fucking imposter because I have not read quite as much as like a lot of other people do and have, you know. So this
No,
is
no, no. Cancel that talk. You are a fan if you read the books.
so this I was I really want to read more Batman stuff, and like this will really motivate me to stay, you know, focused. So the book that we picked, Carrie, what is the book that we picked? Babe?
We picked Dark Victory, and look, I have tons of post-it notes.
Right. I do too. I do too. So am I up there?
Yeah, I
Yes.
use like a shit ton of post-it notes. So
Yes,
much
we did.
fun.
So we picked a Dark Victory to talk about today. And Carrie, how many times have you read this?
This 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times? Yeah. Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I can see why. I can see why. This was my first time reading it. And
Ooh,
do you have the paperback? Trade
I have
paperback?
the
Or you,
paperback. I think we
yeah,
have the
love it.
same one.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, there's multiple ones? Oh, yeah, probably. I've seen it on Hoopla. So that there,
Yeah,
because I was confused. I was like, is this the same thing as this? Or is this just a different cover? And it is. So yeah. But yeah,
it
I
is,
absolutely love it.
and I think it's been printed like a few times. Um, because this one, what is the copyright on this one? This copy, the copy that I have has a copyright of
Mhm.
2014, but I know that it released like before that. So that's how I know this is like just a different printing of
Yeah.
it.
Okay. But I'm okay with
Um,
this one. Love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm making my way through all the essentials, I guess you could say. So this story is by. Loeb and
It is
Sale, right?
by the King Jeff Loeb and
Mhm.
Mr. Tim Sale. Jeff
Right.
Loeb is like one of my favorite Batman writers. Just to
Uh-huh.
put that out there.
I love it. I love that. And who draws, this is one of my questions I wanted to ask you. Who draws Daddy Batman? Like, whose art do you love the most that draws Daddy Batman?
um. Oh wow. Tim Sale is up there.
Mhm. Okay.
I really love what Jorge Jimenez does with
Mm.
the character. But I
Babe,
have to tell
his
you,
art makes me hard, okay? His art makes me hard, and he makes me want to read. And look at all the beautiful people, like, for real. That's facts, right?
I I have to tell you though, like I really love the art style of Sean Gordon Murphy.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, he did, the Dark Knight. I mean,
The
which one
White
was
Knight.
it? The White Knight. The White Knight, right?
Yeah.
I love that one
The
too.
the Murphy verse.
That was actually one of my first, Batman stories that I read when I first got into comics, so, yeah.
So like I had been my fangirl journey involving Batman like
Mhm.
started like with the 1989 movie, and I was
Okay.
like I'm 43, so I was still like a little girl then, you
Mm,
know.
okay. Right.
And I then watched the animated series,
Mhm.
and um it wasn't in like I had read like Batman stories but never like in single issues. And then the pandemic happened and everybody had a lot more time to read on their hands. And I went and I there was this book series that everyone had told me you're gonna there's two of them actually. And everyone was
Okay.
like, you have to read this, you have to read this, you have to read this. Now, one of them was Bitch Planet,
Oh, yes. Yes.
Kelly Sue
Okay.
DeConnick, right?
Mm. Okay.
Then the other one was a book called Punk Rock Jesus, and that's by Sean Gordon
Mhm.
Murphy.
Okay.
So I read both of them and I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm like, let's do this. And I'd read stuff mostly in trade format up until that point. And I read those two trades and I was like, okay, well, what else am I gonna freaking do right now? Like, let's dive in. And that was around the time that Future State was happening.
Oh, Jesus, that was my very first, event, and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea, but I was having
Yeah.
a good time. I was picking up
So
all of them, like, I had no idea what was going on.
so
So
so my boyfriend Joe was like, "Hey, this future state thing is going on." Now, he
Uh-huh.
had been reading like Star Wars comics, and
Okay.
that's pretty much it. So we went to one of our comic book shops there in Rockford when we were living there.
Okay.
And I'm like poking around, right? And I see this book, and it's this beautiful, like, front cover of beautifully drawn Harley.
Oh,
And I pick it up, I turn it over, right? Issue one, issue one. And it said Batman presents White Knight presents Harley Quinn.
okay.
And I was like, okay. So I turn it over and it's this another beautiful picture of Harley.
Yeah.
Batman is in jail. The Joker is dead. Only one person can save Gotham, and it's Harley
What?
Quinn.
Yes. Oh
And
my God, I love that story.
and so I caught up on those issues. I bought those. I bought some Future State, right?
Mhm.
And I'd already known from when I was a kid that I loved Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Okay. From the Batman, the animated series, and all that, right?
right?
So I picked that up and I did not realize until I got home that the same man that wrote Punk Rock Jesus
Wrote
wrote the
the
White
White
Knight series.
Mhm. Okay.
And then I was like, wait, okay. So I sometimes joke around and talk about how the writing and art of Sean Gordon Murphy was kind of like my Pied Piper bringing
Okay.
me into comics. So like I absolutely love everything that's White Knight, and I
Mhm.
read everything White
Oh,
Knight.
everything. I know. Ugh, trash. And I'm still mad, even though that's like one of my favorite stories, like, Batman or even Harley, because like she even had her own little arc and shit. But
Mhm.
I'm still pissed at Funko because, excuse me, they made Funko Pops just for that series, and they did not make a Harley one, even though
No,
she was one of the main
they
fucking characters. I swear to God. I
they
swear to God.
basically just made like the Batman and the Joker,
Yes,
if I
that was
remember
it.
correctly.
I'm like, are you shitting me right now? Are you shitting me? Like, are you just gonna lowball my girl like that? Okay, that's
I would
cool.
love to see one of the noir costume that originated in that Harley Quinn series where it's just like the black and gray.
Yes, yes. Ugh, trash. But yes, okay. We're getting so. That's another question I wanted to ask you. Just your top five DC characters. Go. Just name them.
Batman, Harley Quinn. That's two so far. Wonder Woman.
Uh huh.
Um, that's three. Two more. Two more.
Who just comes to
It's just
mind?
hard to choose. Like, oh God, I don't want to name this one.
Why?
Okay, because the writer is trash.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I have her eye tattooed on my arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I know who you're talking about. Okay.
So I'll say it. I'll say it. Okay, but the writer's trash. Fuck
Hmm.
them. And that's death.
Okay.
Like as a person that has mental health struggles throughout their life, when I picked up Death, the High Cost of Living,
Uh-huh.
and I read it, it made me like it helped me appreciate life a little bit more.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, and I
that
love
kind
that.
of
I
thing.
love that people that picked up a book and related to a character, and it like really sat in your heart, and gave
Mhm.
you something great to like hold on to. So, but definitely, and that's only four, right? So, what's your
Yes,
fifth
that's
one?
only four. Number five, I'm gonna have to go with can I have two tie? Because
Yes.
one of them has been repeatedly a big deal to me, and one is kind of a new deal to me.
Okay.
So
Love it.
tie Selena Kyle Catwoman
Yum.
with Lois Lane.
Okay. Yeah, Lois. Lois is starting to, like melt my heart a little bit. So, but yeah, I love it. I love it.
I
Okay,
like
so,
I like Lois Lane because she's just
but
like, she's like all of us.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. Especially after that movie that just came out. Yep, love it. So, can you hear me, Carrie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because my luck, you can't hear me. So, but yeah, I guess let's get into the book now. This wonderful
Let's
treasure.
do this. Dark
So this
Victory.
is the sequel to
The
the
Long
Long Halloween,
Halloween.
correct?
Yes.
And the same team is on this one, correct?
Correct.
And
Yes.
you definitely have to read the Long Halloween to read this because they go hand in hand, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I definitely think that and they talk about that, and you definitely need to read The Long Halloween to get everything that's going on in Dark Victory.
Yeah. And then, sometimes sequels aren't as good. I wasn't, like I said, it wasn't around when um, the Long Halloween was dropping originally or anything like that. And I don't know how it was set up to where they had Dark Victory next. And, sometimes you're like, yes, I want more, but at the same time, like, will they deliver? And I really feel like when I read them back to back almost damn near, they did deliver. Like they're
Yes.
both they're both beautiful. What do you think?
I think that they're perfect complements to each other.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I love that it's kind of it's a gritty retelling of the early days of Batman. And
Yeah.
you know? You get the really cool like gothic Gotham vibe and the command with different colors and like letting the colors mean something with the
Absolutely.
art
Yeah, we
is
definitely
really
need to talk
cool.
about that. But yeah, I mean, and then I feel I'm definitely like a more modern day reader. I don't really read a lot of the old stuff. And when I first read The Long Halloween, the the art kind of took me like by surprise a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay. But as it went on, these two made so much sense together, so much sense
Yes.
together. The art and the storytelling made so much sense, and it they complemented each other so well, in the way that he drew Batman, and just like, the grittiness of him, and the way that the flow of him on each page and stuff like that. I was amazed. I know that there were some panels in The Long Halloween that I literally bust up laughing at, and there was times that like I didn't like the way Bruce looked and the way Selena looked, but
He looked
but I
like he
love
was contorted in the weirdest way.
and then, but in the second one, in this one, I felt like the art got better. Like he found his footing as far as like drawing these characters outside of their their
Hmm.
occupation. So, what do you think? I think I just spoke.
Um, I think that like when you first start reading The Long Halloween, if you've never looked at Tim Sale's artwork before,
Mhm.
um, it could be a little bit, and especially if you're used to something like if you've never read The Long Halloween, if anyone
Right.
watching's never read it, like it can be a little jarring at first because like you
Mhm.
have what you're used to, which is like right now is, Jimenez.
Right. Uh-huh.
And Jimenez is a very like very, technical drawer, right? So like it's
Right.
very specific and very detailed and this is more not that. I don't know really what to say. It's very art deco noir star style,
Mhm.
you know, and it is different. It's different than what most people are used to now.
But it's not a
And
bad difference at all. And you shouldn't let
no,
that deter you from reading it, because like you said, it could be jarring at first, but it really does not take you out the story. There's some beautiful panels, and like we're gonna get into that in a minute, but
it's
yeah.
like
Um,
it's like jumping in a really cold pool. Like even in the heat of summer, like it's like it'll attack you at first, but then it becomes
Mhm.
you become a part of it, and it's that's kind of how it is. Tim Sale's artwork is kind of like that. Like
Love it.
eventually,
Absolutely.
as you go along, you're like, oh, this is perfect.
Right. Love it. So yeah, so the Dark Victory opens up right after the Long Halloween, correct?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sometime after it, like a little bit. Yeah.
The killer's in jail, so if you didn't, we're gonna spoil some of this book, by the way. So
Well, I think we'll try to not spoil everything,
mhm, everything,
but
right? So
you can't really talk about it without.
yeah, so we open up this book, like a little after what happens in the Long Halloween. They caught their killer, and they're now dealing with another killer on top of the one that they already have dealt with.
The
And
Hangman.
huh? The
The
Hangman, right? So
Hangman.
we had the what was our first killer?
That is
The
Holiday.
Yep, the holiday killer, and then now we're dealing with somebody else, and not only is this person like killing, but they're killing cops instead. And then you have like the whole families, all the monster families that are in Gotham, and how they're intertwined with each other, and how Batman's like all in the mix, and all these relationships that are broken, and the mistrust, and all this. Like it's just so much, and it's crazy how much they put into these characters, and how much they were able to tell this story with the drawings and the words. Like it's just so much to unpack. So yeah.
Like this is one of those books that has inspired stuff that you watch, you
Yeah.
know?
Tell 'em.
Like
Tell 'em.
the Batman.
Mhm.
The Batman is heavily inspired by books like Dark Victory, like The Long Halloween. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Um there's a moment like right near the beginning of the book. Um just kind of jump into some stuff that happens where
Right.
you are kind of like, I'm just gonna start taking my post-it notes out here. Um
Let me see if I can make it
so
big. Messing up everything.
so you have this moment like, and he's reliving, it's an origin story. He's reliving the death of his parents and the funeral afterwards. So like right here you have like the death, right? And then like
Mhm.
here, this is Falcone at the funeral saying, "Your papa saved my life. Should you ever need a favor?"
Yeah.
And that happens similar, not necessarily just like this, but it
Right.
kind of happens in the Batman
Right.
because there's a moment where Falcone is like to Bruce, Robert Pattinson's Bruce, like,
Uh-huh.
your father
Ugh.
saved my life, and if you ever need a favor, I'm there.
Right.
So like what I love about like rereading this, especially after, because the first time I read this was prior to seeing the Batman.
Okay.
And then I reread this after reading or watching the Batman and just
Okay.
picking out like the different things that happened, like that were directly inspired by Long Halloween and Dark Victory and everything. And
Mhm.
but I saw this one thing since you had me big, like one of my favorite art pieces in here
Mm.
with the purple and how he uses like the different like purple
Oh,
tones and the blue tones for the night.
right. Especially with
It's really cool.
the the flashbacks too. Like they don't
Yes.
use a whole lot of colors. Like they use like only like maybe like fucking six colors. But the way
Yeah.
that they lay them out and the way that they complement, like each one, like the flashbacks were, a little bit more muggier, and then the present time and all the like. There's some beautiful, beautiful panels, beautiful layout. I like the way that it was laid out. It was easy to follow, as far as and there's a lot going on. You have the families fighting amongst each other, like trying to gain control and everything like that. What's her name? Sophia actually gets hurt in the first one because
Yes.
Harvey Dent. And the first one, Harvey Dent um, turns into Two Face, and he gets rid of her dad, right? And she
Yes.
actually jumps out the fucking building, thinking that she can crush this man, and she ends up hurt. So am I
Right.
wrong with this? So there's a lot going on. So she's trying to like heal and take over for her dad. Then you have, all the other families dealing with shit. Then you have Homeboy's sister that becomes the DA, correct? After what's his name?
You have Janice Porter. Yeah, we should talk about Janice.
Right.
Like this lady.
No
Wow.
doubt. There are some great characters in here. Great characters, and like the way that they like all of them had such a great like the character build up in this story is phenomenal. So yeah, let's talk about one of these new characters that we meet, and that is who? Porter,
Janice Porter. Yes, the new
right?
DA, which she is really interesting in
Hmm.
the con like the the placement of her in the DA office and how
Right.
she is trying to manipulate things for certain people.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Fun to deal with is like I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like she just, she messes around, and then Janice Porter is the perfect example of the idea of fuck around and find out.
That part. Okay.
Like she found out when, it's a story, and it's a plot item that lasts pretty much throughout the whole book until, like,
Right.
a certain point where, she finds out. And
Yeah, she plays a big role in this. And then we so the trio is basically broken up. And the trio was Batman, Harvey Dent, and Commissioner Gordon, and they were all tight. They considered each other friends, even though Batman acts like he ain't got no damn friends. But he considered him somebody close, even close enough to reveal himself and tell the truth. So now that dynamic between them is broken up because Harvey's gone. Harvey is gone. Two-Face is in his way, and then like there's so much mistrust and so many secrets and shit. Even though Gordon trusts Batman in a lot of ways, he knows that he's not going to get tied up, but at the same time, like there's still just so like this big ass space between these two still, and especially because now they're both mourning their friend and in different ways too. Batman, he's like, fuck feelings, and Gordon has to keep reminding him like, hey, that was our friend, my guy, and it's okay to hurt, and it's okay to be mad, and it's okay to like feel these things, because there's one point in time that he's like, I miss my friend, and he's like, why? Like, like, knock it off. And he's just like, no, fuck that, like, I'm gonna feel these things, even though like I'm trying to get to the bottom of the stuff, I'm still feeling these things.
Well, like Gordon is really interesting because Gordon is really going through it in this book,
Right.
Like,
and that's like, yeah, Gordon, besides that, he's like, his family's not around, like, and
Gordon
then he's
needs a friend right now,
right? So the people that, and then in the midst of all that, you still have your classic your classic Batman bad guys. You have Ivy, you have Penguin, you have fucking Scarecrow, you have all of them in the fucking mix. Joker, man, let's talk about the Joker. How he was drawn. I think, who is your favorite character that was drawn in this? Because every fucking panel that Joker was in was amazing.
Okay, so hands down, like, I knew we were gonna get here. Okay, all right. One of my favorite images. So Tim Sale, God rest his soul, was a master at doing these huge 2-page splash pages.
Okay.
And this is, what is it? Like, this is smack dab in the middle of the damn book, okay? And I present to you one of the coolest fucking images. This one right here.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah. So like, this is one of those situations where you're just like, I would love to have this as a poster to hang on my wall. Like, that is absolutely amazing. It's just,
I think the Joker, and then even Harvey Dent. There's this one. Let me see if I can find my favorite one of Harvey.
That's another one involving the Joker. That's gorgeous. 2-page.
Yes.
I moved my freaking Post-it note here.
I'm done.
And the way that this man, by man I mean Tim Sale, draws the Catwoman.
Here, I'll show you my favorite. So let me show you my favorite of Harvey really quick. Am I big? Make myself big. So this is my favorite one of Harvey.
Yes.
Two-Face, like how they're split down. So he's in jail right now in this one. but the way that it's split, the bar splits both of them, so you have both of them standing there together. That is fucking brilliant.
Yes. The
Brilliant.
duality, like right there in front of you. Like, and then there's
So,
this one because, like, the way he draws the Catwoman,
yeah, Catwoman, she's dope in this. Like her whole body. I'm like,
like, there had to have
um,
been like young men, like, having a moment with this image
I know
everywhere.
I was. No,
But
I
like,
was
no,
like,
like that's how he draws the Catwoman, though, man.
that
Yes,
one.
that one too. Yeah.
No.
And then so Selena earlier on in the book, there's this she's angry, she's mad, and it's just this beautiful moment, like right here.
Hold on, let me make you big. Hold on. Like, come on, Sheena.
Just
Sorry.
beautiful anger here. Like gorgeous.
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 Gorgeous. Yes, I agree. Uh, and every scene that she was with Batman, so those two alone, okay, like their relationship as far as like trying to be something to each other. She obviously wants to be more to him, and he's kind of like still holding people at arm's distance, like. And but I
Yeah.
loved the way every time that they were on a panel together, how well they fucking complimented each other. Like, good God. I'm like,
How easy it is for them to interact when they're both Catwoman and Batman, and how strained it is when it's Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle.
that motherfucking part. That fucking part. Oh,
And
girl, when she was on the top of the roof, I said, "Oh Lord," she wanted to go raw. I was like, "Oh,"
and
but yeah, you're
and
absolutely right. Like, he could not show up for her, but the way he would show up for her as Catwoman was crazy difference. The
and that's one
crazy
of the things I
difference.
hope we see in the Batman too, with Matt Reeves, because in the Batman we had the easiness of Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson interacting with each other as Batman and Catwoman, and then you get them. I want to see that interaction of Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle.
Yes,
That's what I want to. I'm hoping that that's on my wish list of things for the Batman 2, and I'll probably mention other things in this, that are definitely part of the wish list.
right.
So like you have this whole story. Let's like who I think actually we should mention
So
is Sophia Falcone.
yes, that's the motherfucking girl. Okay. So the first time
And
I saw Sophia was so stupid. The first time I saw Sophia was the actually watching the Penguin. I think like really
yes,
paid attention, and the way that, and then I went to go read this, and I was like, oh, holy shit, this is totally different
it's
from what
different.
they show on the TV. But they're either way, they're so badass. It's like, yeah,
I love both, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like I am completely fine with how they did it in the Penguin.
Yes,
I'm completely fine with that. And congratulations to her for winning that Emmy because she deserved it.
that
Um,
part.
because she is horrible. She is absolutely horrible person, but you could not help but be like that a girl.
That, yeah, good for you, girl. And that was like one of the main things about this story too. It's like how easy it was to like cross line all the time, because like, spoiler alert, the killer was killing cops that had anything to do with like how these people, how the families were getting away with shit, correct? Was I reading it
Yes.
right? So,
Yeah, which is
easy
which
it
is
is to
also
like,
another Batman thing. Like
huh?
that's also a major plot point of the Batman.
Right. Like how, like just that one can take you over to the other side. You see what I'm saying? Like he tries to say like in that black and white, everything's black and white. But if you ever cross over, it's like you're okay, you're no fucking different from them. And there was a lot of times that like in the story that that could have happened, you know.
Yeah.
For instance, I thought I was like, no way. So Gordon, I know Gordon at times was tempted to do shit, especially when he was like under pressure to like get things done and he didn't want nobody else to die. And like, you know,
Yeah.
he needed to be here, but like his wife, you know, he wanted to be somewhere else and shit like that. Like, it was easy for him to be like, well, fuck it, you know, like, let me start cutting corners to, you know, get the job done quicker and stuff like that. At one point in
And if
time,
and if
I thought
and
he
if
was
it's
fucking having
easy
an affair with somebody. I was like, Gordon, no, don't do that. Like,
and if it's easy and if it's easy for Gordon to cut corners, think about how like trying to be a good man. Like
mm-hmm,
how easy is it for everyone else that's not trying to be a good man to cut those
that part,
corners?
right? That part. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was one of the things. It's like trust and like you know, like crossing lines and shit like that. Like there were so many things that were going on. And then there was another thing that I really like hit home in the story was like loneliness.
Trust,
Loneliness.
loneliness, those are definite themes. Yeah.
So Gordon, you know, going back to Gordon, Gordon's all alone, like his wife left because she got tired of like waiting around for him and stuff like that. So he's not wanting to he's wanting to be the best cop that he can be and be present, but he really his heart is with his wife and his kid, you know, and it's only his son at that time, correct? And then, you know,
Yes.
you still have Batman dealing with his and Bruce and Batman dealing with their isolation, you know, even though um he has one person in his corner that he can trust wholeheartedly, and that's Alfred. Like he holds Alfred at arm's distance all the time. And there was times
And
that I wanted
Alfred is
something about how he was talking to Alfred. I said, "Hey, calm down, dude. He like fucking washes your goddamn clothes and for you, and you be talking to him hella fucking stink. Like you forgot who the hell this man was, you know? Like you better put some fucking
Mhm.
respect on his name, you know." But it was just like this, like he, and then it was crazy because um he would leave, just like you said, like the dynamic how he would show up for Catwoman, but he wouldn't show up for Selena. And he, you know, she was lonely in those moments, you know, like how it just kept going back to talking about loneliness, you know. But
Can we can we just give a shout out though? Because we were talking about Alfred. A shout out to the best wingman in history.
that part,
Yeah,
that part.
because like she would have given up on him a
Mm-hmm.
lot sooner if
Yep.
it wasn't for Alfred, you know, trying to be like, yeah, you know what, he's worth it, and then his baked goods.
Best wingman ever. Like best like, and I felt
Best
like,
wingman.
yeah, Alfred was lonely in some places too. And he ended up giving, you know, like I feel like not really a second chance, but maybe like a second chance with a character that did come into play. And that was who?
Hmm.
Um, that was they introduced Dick Grayson in this story and how Dick Grayson came to be with Batman and all the things that he kind of not did wrong with. Not saying that he did nothing wrong when it came to like Bruce and raising him and everything like that, but like he kind of got a second chance with Dick, and like Dick took his parents' death totally different than.
Hmm. But also kind of like similar, you know,
Yeah,
like he had the whole like I want to have my opportunity to 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 you know, avenge their death and that kind of thing. And so like I want to present to you, because you bring up an excellent point, the one of my major wishes for the Batman Part 2,
okay.
that I
Uh,
want to see I want to see Dick Grayson.
yes.
I want to see a Robin. That's what I want, and I'm going to say it until it's true.
I love it.
And I feel
So,
like Batman doesn't fully start becoming billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne until Dick Grayson comes along.
okay. Yeah.
Dick Grayson had to put him in a position where he had to, somebody depended on him and he had to care for someone outside of himself in the mission. And the moment where you see him and he's interacting with Dick Grayson as Batman, with Dick Grayson as Bruce Wayne, it's kind
Right.
of similar
Right.
to his interactions with Selena Kyle and Catwoman.
Love it. Yeah, and it wasn't until the end like he started to like open up and like try to like, going back to the trust and to, maybe, not being by himself, and it paid off that he wasn't by himself at the end, and I just loved it. And then Alfred,
Yeah,
he's
one of my
that's the difference between them two. It's like I think Dick is still like open to having a life versus like Batman like feels like he's always like stuck in the past sometimes.
well,
Like those
yeah,
feelings.
and it puts him in a position where like he wants that for Dick Grayson,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
and putting himself in that position where he wants that for Dick Grayson puts him in a better position for wanting it for himself,
Uh,
whi-
uh,
which is something you end up seeing more of because the whole idea of trust and letting people in is something that is just a big old trope in Batman.
right.
So you eventually end up in a position while you still have me big. I'm going to
Okay.
show this off.
Love it.
Yeah. Another image that I wanted to show up. You have this whole idea throughout, like, especially like 90s and early 2000s Batman, where trust and trying to figure out who he can trust is a central theme and trope in Batman. And it's not
Right.
until you get to Hush, written also by Jeff Loeb with the art by Jim Lee,
Yeah.
where he finally Nightwing finally convinces him
Uh-huh.
it's about that time for you to tell Selena who you
Yeah.
are.
Right. Oh, I love that part. Oh my God. But yeah. Uh, and then he really wanted to like there was times that he really wanted to like open up to her. There was times that she was just so fucking raw with him, wherever they
Well,
were.
wouldn't you be?
She was just so raw with him, but at the same time she was guarded too because he wasn't given anything.
She was the whole juxtaposition
So,
of
uh-huh.
of Catwoman's story, especially through the lens of Jeff Loeb's writing, with her being the illegitimate daughter of Carmine Falcone, which is another thing
Right.
that gets thrown into the Batman.
Right. Yeah. Like I
You're-
said, so much shit was like happening. You're like, but it wasn't like convoluted. The story like floats, seamlessly. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
but like it's just kind of like you're like, okay, throughout Dark Victory and then also before that, Long Halloween, you're trying to figure
Mm-hmm.
out exactly what is Catwoman's big deal here involving the Falcons.
Uh-huh.
And eventually it's just like I went, and I tried to find some way to prove that this is my father, but I can't.
Yeah. Oh my God. So good. So
And
good.
something I would love to see in the Batman too would be to capitalize on the letter that Sophia Falcone gets at the end
The end of
of the
the fucking
Penguin
season. Yes.
because I want to, and it ties into the idea of seeing the interaction that could happen between Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne versus we've
Yeah.
already gotten Catwoman and Batman. We'll get more of that, I'm sure. But the
Right.
idea of bringing her up, bringing her back into Gotham, having her rise up into a bit of a socialite, you know, and having her make that connection with Sophia Falcone
Oh,
in that storyline,
that would be
and
fucking
that puts
epic.
her in Bruce Wayne's eyesight.
Yep. That can kill me. Now, this is one. Question too. Like, what was your favorite Batman movie, or like, who is your Batman? Because I think I know the answer, but I think I've heard you say this before. But who is your Batman? Like, your favorite Batman,
It used
as
to
far as
be
in the movie.
okay. So if I'm including cartoons with
Okay.
this, I'm going to have to say that if I'm including cartoons, Kevin Conroy is my Batman.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
he is the voice in my head that I hear when I read Batman.
Right.
If I'm not including cartoon Batmans,
Okay.
it is Robert Pattinson.
Fucking
He is my
girl.
Batman.
Girl.
And because I think that if given the opportunity, he could play the spec. He could play the he's shown us that he can play again.
Yes. Oh my God. I love him. I loved him as Batman. Like, I was just like,
And
I was like,
he
Edward, this has been
he has
Batman the whole time. What are you guys talking about?
he has the capability of being billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne. And I have to say that the only time that we've even gotten that has been Michael Keaton.
Right. Right.
I'm not particularly fond of Christian Bale Batman.
Same.
Not particularly fond of that. Not particularly like I'm not like yay or nay on Batfleck.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. It would have been nice to have seen what he could have done with that with something that wasn't Zack Snyder.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Snyderverse. Can't say that I'm a fan of that. No. I would have liked to have possibly seen that. I think look-wise, like the look, George Clooney.
Yeah.
George Clooney had the look.
Okay.
I think Robert Pattinson, if you bring him into billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne in the Batman 2, he will have the look.
Oh God, I can't wait.
That jawline.
Yes, I'm gonna die.
You don't have to make the what was really funny is like when he was first cast, I was on board.
Were you? I was. What the fuck? Like, are you serious? And then yeah,
I was on board right away because I actually I don't take Twilight all that seriously.
See, and that's all I
like Twilight.
Was Twilight. So I was like, the fuck? Like, are you serious right now? So I mean, you've probably seen him in a lot more movies than I did, or experienced him in a different way than I did. So, but continue.
I actually like the movies and everything. The books are fun to read. You're not, sometimes you read things and it's like that's never gonna win an award, but that was kind of fun.
You're right.
And
Look at that, right? Yeah. But
like
yeah, you had
not everything you read is gonna be like,
hmm
Shakespeare, okay? And some of it is going to be not Shakespeare. And that's all right. It's just, was it entertaining? And Twilight entertained me. And I mean, but the thing is when he was cast as Batman, I was on board right away because I had
hmm
not just seen Twilight, I had seen other shit he had done.
Yeah, yeah. Unlike me,
And I
yeah.
was like, this is a serious actor coming in to do this role.
hmm
And I remember people being so upset, the sparkly Batman, all that, just being like,
I was one of them.
can
I
we
was, I
take a look at, can
was
we
one of
take a
them.
look at that jawline? Can we take a look at that jawline, guys? Look,
When you have the cowl on, oh my god.
you're not going to have to use the cowl to create a jawline. And what did they do? The cowl didn't even cover up that jawline. It was perfect.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh my goodness.
It, and it's one of those situations where it's like, dude, this is a fan. This is a guy that like really tore into this,
Right?
knew what he was doing,
Right?
and really just tore into the role. And I
Love
like
it.
I wish there was going to be more to it than just the Matt Reeves crime saga, but I know it's not going to happen.
Right. Oh, but yeah. So back. Oh, I love it. I think he's my Batman too. Like, I mean, I grew up on all the other ones. The other after I think Michael Keaton, like I kind of fell off. And then I came back and, but when I watched the Batman, I was mind blown. I was just like, yes, this is him. This is daddy
I,
right here. So, yeah.
I was
But
so
back
excited. And then
back
and then
to
at first I was like, when they were doing the announcements of casting, and I was like, Andy Serkis is gonna be Alfred,
oh my God. Yes.
and
I think the cat
And
the
Colin
chemistry
Farrell is going to be the Penguin.
yes, the penguin. Oh my God, he nailed that shit.
And
Oh my
I thought somebody had like messed up the announcement that Andy Serkis was going to be the Penguin, and Colin Farrell was going to be Alfred.
right,
And then is actually the reverse, and like for real, and it was
right.
perfect. I want to see Andy Serkis's Alfred Pennyworth interacting with Dick Grayson.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have all the feels, all the fucking feels. But yeah, okay. We got off subject. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So back to the story. Is there anything else that you want to add to it? Like, I just had a great time reading this. This was like it felt like back to the basics, as you like to say. Just like the Batman, it was back to the fucking basics. As like, you know, doing detective work and figuring that out. And it's dark, it's gritty, and this gave the same feels as far as that.
There's so many like things that you could talk about in this, and we could go on forever, and I know we're not going to go on forever. One of the things I told you about earlier today, like that's just so cool, like the inspirations for different characters.
Right.
And one of the things that's really cool about this is you open the book and you go to like get past like the title page, you get to the title page,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's like Archie Goodwin inspiration. And then just like the lore involving this man. Like Archie Goodwin, and how like when you're reading like Long Halloween, and then when you're reading Dark Victory, and then you see like Archie Goodwin inspiration, and just seeing it right there on that, like it's like, okay, like what is going on with this? You start researching it and you find out that Archie Goodwin is probably one of the most underappreciated, underspoken about comic creators and editors.
Okay.
Like some of the most iconic things that this man touched in his career. Wrote a shit ton of the Star Wars Marvel run right from the beginning. That first Iron Man, just not Iron Man in other books, but like the first Iron Man. The sorry, I'm coughing there.
I feel so bad.
Being the
Still,
editor of Batman. And then he ends up being the inspiration for Jim Gordon.
right. When you showed me that, I was like, that is so cool. I love that. I was like, Carrie, make sure you say that. But yeah,
Yeah.
so put a lot of love into this story, a lot of love, and I appreciate it, and I want more of it. So,
Oh my gosh, he created Luke Cage. He was one of the part of the team that created Luke Cage. Like, so he becomes the inspiration for Jim Gordon, and kind of like the way we view Jim Gordon like now.
uh-huh.
Like it's synonymous with what Tim Sale did in this book.
Love it. So, overall, what would you rate this book? 0 out of 5 stars.
5.
5. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like
Yeah,
from the
5.
beginning to the and that, like I said before, like sometimes it's hard to follow up when you had something that was basically almost damn near perfect from the beginning, and then you follow up and it's kind of like, but like both of them complemented each other. Were both great on their
Have
own,
you have you read Haunted Night yet?
Carrie, don't be putting me on fucking Front Street right now. Okay. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I
Okay,
have.
it's what I would recommend doing is reading it around Christmas time
Okay.
because it is kind of a Christmas type time period thing. So like that's what I definitely would recommend is doing that around that time. I think I did it around that time.
Okay.
And it is Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb.
Okay. Definitely. And I like around Christmas time I usually take like 3 weeks off of work. So that's where I get a lot of my reading done. So I'll definitely remind me because I get sidetracked. But yeah.
Oh, so you do the whole like I'm just gonna take the rest of the year off thing because I do that too.
Absolutely. Because I don't want to be bothered with work when it comes to like the holidays and my birthday and my son's birthday. Everything's like around there. So I just take off. I use like all my vacation at the end of the year. So
Are
yeah.
you the Sagittarius end of
The
or
Capricorn.
Capricorn?
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
because my boyfriend he's a Sagittarius and God love him, he deals with me being a Libra. So
oh, okay. Yeah, you got to see a little bit of that in the background. So I'm dead. But yeah, overall, we highly recommend you read both back to back. Enjoy them. I actually, there, I have to shout out. I don't know the name of the YouTuber, but I will definitely put it in the description. After I had read it, I actually like listened slash watched it, and they redid the whole book, and he was doing voices like he was like on an audiobook and shit. It was amazing. So I will definitely put the description
ooh,
in. Don't want to buy it, it's right there on YouTube. He goes panel to panel, does the voices like audiobook. It is crazy. Like I think he's done a bunch of other comics too, but I ended up watching
cool.
that one over again to make sure I understood like what was going on. So definitely. But yeah, this is worth having on your yeah,
Read it. We
read it.
recommend. The bitches reading Batman recommend.
The bitches reading Batman recommend this, okay? 5 out of 5 stars. Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Mhm.
And before we leave, right here, we're gonna show like some of our favorite um Daddy Batman covers, right?
Yeah,
So first,
let's
my
do it.
friend. Hold on, let me make you big.
Make me big. Okay.
Okay.
So, you know what I think would be really cool?
What?
A lot of these are keys. And what we want to do is we want to get some audience participation here. Okay. So, I want you guys in the comments to, I'm going to tell you the issue, and I want you in the comments to like hashtag guess Carrie's keys.
Okay.
Okay.
I love it.
So I'm going to tell you the issue it is, and I want you in the comments to be like, okay, this particular issue is this. Now, don't be greedy. Okay, pick one, go with it. Okay, so you're not going to get anything for this. You're just going to.
Carrie said, let me put that out there right now.
You're not winning anything. Okay,
Okay.
except for maybe the pride you feel
Right.
from knowing that you guessed Carrie's keys. Okay. Some of these, okay, there's a couple of them that are not really keys, right? So I will be like, okay, this isn't really a key. Don't worry about it.
Fuck that.
But
Your keys.
but
So it counts.
but like guess why it's a key
Okay.
in the comments. Okay. So like first appearance of blah blah blah. Okay. This happened, blah blah blah. You know, that kind of thing. Okay.
Got it.
All right. This is a reprint of the first
Ooh,
issue of Hush, and it is holographic.
love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first issue of Hush, it is a key. Guess why it's a key?
Yeah.
Batman White Knight #1. This is the fourth printing of #1. That's how important Batman White Knight is. If you've never read it, If you never read it, it's by Sean Gordon Murphy and Matt Hollingsworth.
Definitely worth picking up. I think
This
that was one of the ones
is
Ninja did it. One that brought that one up. But continue. I'm sorry. Keep going.
okay. And Batman White Knight #1 really isn't a key, by the way. It's the beginning of White Knight, the Murphy verse. So maybe I guess the key.
Maybe.
I don't know. This one is Batman #77 from the Tom King, excuse me, era from the City of Bane. It's a key. Batman #7.
Okay.
You know what it is, right?
I think so.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them. You want to see? Remember, you win nothing, but the pride of knowing you guessed correctly. You can tell me when we're done recording if you know, okay? So the next one is Batman #408 from June 1987. It's a key. Batman 408. It's pretty obvious on the cover what it is, but it's a key. 408. Batman 408. Tom King, another Tom King. You're gonna see him a bit here. Because I love the Tom King one. Don't come at me. Okay. I'm a romantic at heart. All right. So this is Batman #24 from the Tom King era. It's a key. What is it? Batman Adventures from 1994. Mad Love. It's a key.
Cute.
It's a double key, actually. There's two things that happen in this. Batman 442. It's a key. Tell me what it is. Somewhat related. Batman Year 3, Part 1 of 4, also known
Yeah.
as Batman 436, because they didn't fool around with that shit. They just
Okay.
kept the numbers going.
Yeah.
This is an obvious one. Batman number 50. If you cannot guess what Batman number 50 is a key of, maybe you're not watching, you're just listening to the recording. Okay. Batman 497 from Nightfall. Again,
Okay.
pretty obvious what this is a key of. Okay, this one is not really a key. It's just really cool. This is Batman number 137 from the Chip Zdarsky one. It is a 1 in 50 variant.
Ooh.
Joe Esquada and Kevin Nolan.
Okay.
Now, I was in a you've heard of the EXP, right? The dynamic forces people. Okay. So it's Dynamite. It's Dynamite Comics, right? So there's like these shows that they do, and they go on other like people's channels. Like that came from a show they did selling stuff with pop culture philosophers. And I was in the chat and I saw that come up and I was like, oh my God, I saw that cover. And I love how the kitties are jumping on Batman.
Love it.
And somebody was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to purchase this for the OUG.
Okay. Aww.
So they purchased it for me from the show. So that's the book. And I'm never getting rid of it because it's really cool. This one is a Stanley Archer. It is Batman number 135. It is Legacy 900.
Okay.
And that's it. Just it's a beautiful one to end on. This is the end of the storyline. Batman, like I said, number 900, 135, where Batman has made it out of, this is Zdarsky. He's made it out of he's trying to get out of the other dimension he got thrown in while he was fighting failsafe. So that's what that is. Not really a key, but it's cool.
Nice. I love it. Thank you for showing those. I was like, Carrie, let's show off some stuff. Now my ass only has like 3. Because I did not.
I couldn't decide. I was just like, okay, these are my cool Batman books. It's not all my Batman books.
I promise you. I was like, I absolutely fucking not. Okay, so I will show one of my favorite short boxes. Oh my god, I thought I will show favorite short boxes. And I got this for Daddy Batman Day one year. So that's that.
I know that one. I used to have that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, Keisha, you know Keisha from Pink Riot? She has that Harley Quinn one. The one where it's like the old school one. What's his name made it? And she's like blowing on the gun. Have you seen that one? She has that fucking mm-hmm. That fucking anywhere. But she has it, and every time I look at it, I'm like, ugh. I love you.
I have the one where she's riding a motorcycle with Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, yep. I have that one right here. Right here. So, but okay. So I only picked 3, And he's not on there by himself at any of these, okay? This one is by Jim Bartell, and this is one of my favorite fucking covers of him.
I love Jen
And
Barthel. Yes.
every time I see this cover, I always think of WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. What number is that one? What one is that one?
Huh? This one is Cat. This is actually Catwoman 34.
Oh, is this the one? Oh golly.
What'd you say?
This might be the one. This is in the middle of the Rom V run, right?
Okay.
Is it?
Probably. Let me see. Yep. Blanca Belair and B. Rom B. Yep.
Okay, so check this out. I think that issue, and I might be totally wrong, and your comment section might be like, well, actually, with me, but there's
That is.
there's this moment in the Rom V run that absolutely just gutted me. Okay.
Okay.
And I have said it before, I'll say it again. The Rom V part and the Stephanie Phillips Harley books were the only good part of Fear State.
Okay. Yeah.
Because and I believe number 34 happens either during Fear State or happens right before it. And it's she has been attacked and she's drowning and bleeding out and like drowning. And all of a sudden, like a gloved hand reaches down and grabs her out of the water. And it's like the hand, like she's like sitting there and she's like this internal monologue, like, God, I'm so dumb, I'm going to die here. And like all hope is lost. And then a gloved hand reaches down and it's Batman.
Yeah. Just like in Dark, in this one, in Dark Victory, like that, they have a moment like. So okay, so the next one, beautiful cover. He's starting to be one of my absolute fave artists, and that is Joshua Sway. And once again, this is a Catwoman cover. But look at that! Look at
That's
mommy
beautiful.
and daddy. Look at mommy and daddy. Can you? I am fucking dead. How cute they are. This is fucking. This is too yummy. The kiss down to her body, wrapped around him like that. Like, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I love you guys. And then my last one is my Injustice, number 10. And that is Harley and Daddy.
Yes. Nice. I like that a lot.
The way she's throttling him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so those are some of my favorites. So when I asked you that, those were the 3 that popped in my head. I was like, let me at least find it. And I got that new one. Did you get the new Batman that just came out?
Yes, I did.
What do you have it right there? What cover did you get?
I got the cover A.
Cover A? Okay, that's a good cover though. That's a good cover. Let me see if I can grab mine. That is a dope ass cover though. I got the blind bat one. Whatever.
Okay, the blind bag.
Yeah, the blind bag one. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah. Okay, so I got the Blind as a Bat Poly Bag Special Edition, and I totally fucked it up trying to take it out of the bag. So, and I got this.
Ooh. That is pretty.
But under it, it has, issue number.
Yeah. I like how they've been doing that lately. Putting the special cover over the cover A.
I'm not mad at it. But yeah. Okay. But yeah. And that is it. But yeah, thank you, Carrie, for coming through. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like me and Carrie have been like wanting to do something together, and like life just be lifing. Life be fucking lifing, you know? And but hopefully we can start really doing something the next time. I believe we're going to be on her channel. So
Ooh.
doing
That means you all gotta follow me over there.
something too. So definitely make sure that you're following our girl. She is one of our mains. We absolutely love her on this channel. And
And if you're not already following Melanin and Manga, you should be following them.
yes, please.
They're trying to get they're trying to get a milestone here, people.
We are, and I know we are not very consistent, but you know we got a lot of heart. We got a lot of heart, you know, and when we do show up, we try to show the fuck up for you guys. So, but yeah, we appreciate anybody that watches this, and hopefully we can talk more about, you know, more DC together, whatever. We just started this. I said, Carrie, let's just, and that was her too. I was like, she was like, she didn't, fuck it, let's go on and let's see how it goes, you know. And I think it went very well, don't you think, Carrie?
Yeah.
I love you. I love talking to you, and yeah, you're good people, good people. So yeah, definitely sub up our Carrie. Definitely show us some love. Participate in Carrie's keys, even though you're not going to get anything. But I would definitely love to hear your feedback. Both of us.
Nothing. I promise you're getting nothing except for the thrill of knowing why that fucking comic might be worth something at some point in history.
I am dead. Oh my goodness. I love it. But yeah. Thank you guys. I know she's probably like, where is this bitch at? I need to eat. So yeah. Carrie, I hope you feel better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Daddy Batman Day. I hope
Happy Daddy Batman Day.
Batman stuff. Yeah, maybe watch some stuff, or you know, buy yourself something, read something, just, you know, honor our, you know, main man. So
yeah. Our patriarch here, Daddy Batman.
Yeah. Love it. So yeah. Yeah, and I think we're all done. I have no idea how to go out. Good for you, Sheena.
Read right. Batman. Read Batman right. And encourage women creators here in YouTube and people just, you know, people that you wouldn't normally watch for whatever reason, watch them.
Smart. Listen to Carrie. Love it. Love it. But all right. Bye, y'all. I found the button. Bye.